Salve omnis, pro actai gratias Deo, tibi gratias ago procura, spero da bene. Ti amo omnis. I do a lot of work through Facebook, and I don't like to clutter my YouTube with my Facebook work because in a lot of ways I'm supporting other people and sharing love. But recently I made a few Facebook posts that I felt a little better about that I would like to save. I'm trying to make some space on my computers, and I figured I would string a couple of those better Facebook posts together following this introductory message as a way to save the memories for myself, but also to help share some peaceful, loving thoughts and bring peace to the world for as many brothers and sisters as I can through my own efforts. If you are trying to live peacefully with a peaceful mindset with other brothers and sisters around you, I appreciate your efforts as an individual. But with that said, estoy ocupado, tengo que ir. Gracias nuevamente por su interés. Elini ahapi ki tetiki anarase olus. Doksa tathayo kia pali. Indio yotora. Bonum mane, pro actai gratias Deo. Have you thanked God for your life recently? You should. God shared the ability of creation with humans only, no other creature on the planet. And whether if you like it or not, you are a human being and you have spirituality in you. If you're not acknowledging your spirituality, you're holding your own life experience back. As a human being, there's things you need to do while you're alive. One of those things is acknowledge God and be thankful for your life. I didn't always do it. And when you don't do it, it sounds like a crazy concept. However, since I started doing it, the quality of my life has improved, and it always will improve. Everybody else I know that didn't do it and now does it also reported that their life has improved. It's not time consuming. Nobody else has to know or approve your methods. It's between you and God, and regardless what you think of it, I strongly suggest you develop a healthy relationship and a healthy understanding of God. I need to say something. I am extremely thankful for all of the support I've received broadly. It's an honor to me. Each and every one of you that have supported me, let me post on your pages, whatever has happened. You are all amazing human beings to me. You have all helped me develop my own degree of peace on earth, and I love you all. That does not mean I want to fuck any of you. It just means I love you. You have all done great things in your life. I have avoided the Western diet and compounded that with some true health discoveries that can be very helpful to the children, even if the adults can't accept it, because we're all humans. Due to the way I have governed my food choices and my internal work, my mind is very different than what you would expect, and I can't expect people to treat me the way I feel like I should be treated, because they don't expect someone like me to come along because they don't know anybody like me. Because people like me don't exist, because people haven't done with their lives what I've done. And it's okay, but I have. And in doing so, I'm extremely neutral. In my mind, I have wanted to make a video discussing the nature of males and females for a long time, but I struggle to make the video and put it out because I have a hard time staying calm, because I have 40 years of typical man bullshit put on my shoulders and my intentions. It's very frustrating. And the concern I have as an individual, for what it's worth, is that I love all these women and I love these men, and I don't know if they will be able to accept my information respectfully, or if they're going to be too woman about it or too man about it. Because if you're too woman about it, you won't accept it. And if you're too man about it, you won't accept it. And if you can remain neutral and accept it, it can be helpful. Thanks again to all those interested in my life's work.
It's not a game to me. I'm trying to help the children become healthier, even if you can't give me credit. 体验到我在努力，再次感谢上帝聆听。With that said, 我必须去。Thanks again for your time. Eat good, remain optimistic, try to create a good day for yourself. Peace and love. Adios, amigos.
Namaste, dosten. आपकी ऐसे है मैं जिंदा हूँ मैं अच्छा हूँ आज के लिए भगवान का शुक्र है आपकी इंटरेस्ट का शुक्रिया. I have a good opportunity to spend a lot of time with my children later today and into tomorrow. So I'm going to be absent from, online. I won't even be in my cell phone. I'll be with my children. And I wanted to leave some thoughts online before taking the break and prioritizing my children. Conscious eating. First of all, if you are interested in conscious eating, thank you for your interest in your own health. I need to be extremely direct with you. The only way to become a conscious eater is if you do it. I already do it. I've been doing it. I've been doing it a lot longer than a lot of people. And I fully understand the best way for me to help others become conscious eaters is not to sit here and run my mouth about all the things that I learned about it. Because if you're not used to looking it up and you're not used to doing it, it's going to be over-informing you and it's going to be discouraging to you. But I do understand the best way to help you become a conscious eater is to give you topics and things to research on your own. And to be perfectly clear, what I mean by research is all you need to do is go to your search engine and type health benefits of whatever or however you want to do it. And then you're going to get a bunch of results. Spend 5 minutes. Spend 5 minutes reading. You're not going to remember everything, but you're going to remember some stuff. Hold on to what you remember. I can make another suggestion later on time. If you continue to look up all the different little things and spend maybe 5 minutes at a time each time I suggest them, you will compile information of your own and start to develop more of an interest in conscious eating, and you will have a better understanding of how customizable and personal it is. Once you get to that degree, you will also understand why I'm not sitting on camera telling you eat this food, eat that food. Because it's not about the individual food, it's about the vitamin, the mineral. So if I get a vitamin and a mineral from something that you have an allergy to, you still need that vitamin and mineral. You just get it from something that you're not allergic to. Today, the thing I would like other people to look up is the importance of manganese. Briefly, it has a lot to do with the human ability to fight off diseases. Personally, I consume manganese every single morning through pepitas, otherwise known as pumpkin seeds. But with that said, I do have a very busy day ahead, so I need to go tend to my physical reality and prepare to see my children. Once they get here, my phone will just be off. No one will see me again until they go. Again, आपकी interest का शुक्रिया. अच्छा खाओ, अच्छा महसूस करो. सभी को शांति, भगवान का शुक्र है. Elvida.
上帝姐妹们早上好，我希望你一切都好。今天早上我在学习普通话 ，obviously， 我很好，为这一天感谢上帝。I had a few topics I would like to discuss this morning. 谢谢你的关注，我爱你们，你懂。
The first topic is language development.
现在我知道你不会因为学了普通话就学普通话
But I would like to take this opportunity to use English to talk about Mandarin in a hope that I can display more of an understanding of the differences between English and Mandarin languages. In English, we say he and she, where in Mandarin, there's only one word, and it's ta.
The reason this works in Mandarin is because when you speak Mandarin, it is spoken more like the noun said this and the noun did that, more so than specifying gender. Where in English, since English is such a new language, it requires more description in its general practical use. In English, we say I, me, my, and mine. But in Mandarin, there's only 我 and 我的. The way that works is you can take 我 and apply it to I and me. You can take 我的 and apply it to mine and my. Therefore, if you reference the two examples given, you will see that Mandarin and English are used very differently. The age difference has an impact on the language's needs. Since the English language is so young, it also makes it more modern and require more description when speaking.
在是当是学英语
I don't expect anyone to learn Mandarin just because I did. But if you are interested in developing Mandarin skills, you don't have to learn that much Mandarin to be able to communicate in public. And I know it is a very rewarding language to learn. Conscious eating. I would like to discuss protein. By no stretch of the imagination do you need meat for protein. In fact, eating meat is a secondary source of protein because the only reason you get protein from that animal is because it ate the protein from the pure source of the earth. The earth is the only way protein can naturally be made. Since we are creatures of nature, the natural source of all the vitamins and minerals is preferred for our body system, no matter what you like. You are a creature of nature, and it wants nature, natural source vitamins and minerals from the ground, the same as the animal. And when you eat the animal, you do get your protein, but it's leftover protein, but you get all the other leftovers too. I am not 100% against eating meat. But whether if you like it or not, there are some meats that are healthier and some meats that are really not. I encourage you to discover the difference and choose the healthier meats over the less healthy meats, and take the risks of the less healthy meats seriously. And if you do, you will be avoiding food-related fatalities. If you do want to learn about natural source protein, I have some suggestions. One is broccoli. Broccoli is very high in protein content per unit. Another thing is this: wheat germ. Now, I could talk about this all day, and I know I'm going to bore you, but wheat germ has a lot of the naturally occurring minerals and proteins that we need as humans. If you are interested in developing conscious eating skills, thank you very much for your interest in your own health. But I have more studying and work to do for myself before my son wakes up. So,
我必须去。再次感谢你的时间，再次我爱你们。今天吃得好，保持乐观，度过美好的一天。对所有人的和平与爱。再次感谢上帝。再见。Namaste dostan. आशा है आपकी दिनचर्या रहा होगा। मेरा दिनचर्या आज के लिए भगवान का शुक्र है। क्या आप हिंदी बोलते हैं? May hindi padrahahon. Kya may spash parahahon. Asha hai. Angrezi सीखने के लिए धन्यवाद. मैं समझ जाता हूँ. मुझे जाना चाहिए. फिर से धन्यवाद. अच्छा खाओ. अच्छा महसूस करो. सभी को शांति. फिर से भगवान का शुक्र है. Alvida.
Kumusta? Sana maging okay ang araw mo. Mabuti ako. Salamat. Muli. But in Filipino this time. Salamat sa Diyos para sa araw na ito. Alam ko, it's nice to hear in your mother tongue. Masaya akong tumulong. Salamat sa iyong tulong. Hindi ako matatas. I would like to have an open discussion regarding conscious parenting, but more specifically, co-parenting. Salamat sa iyong interes sa aking gawain sa buhay. Since the 1980s, divorce and separation of parents has been far more common. And with 40 years of that now, modernly, it's more common for you to have parents that separate than parents that stay together. It just is what it is. I'm completely neutral and speaking openly. Since this is the situation we're dealing with as parents, it's also the situation that children are dealing with. And in that, it has become increasingly important that our men and our women develop strong co-parenting skills. This is where the momentary perception that I feel could be very useful to others can be applied, because it doesn't matter if you're the male or the female. It doesn't matter if you hurt them, they hurt you, or what the situation is. When you think about it in this way, in this moment, you prioritize that child, boy or girl. You're a boy or a girl. None of that matters. Broadly, what's most important is that this child has strong role models, preferably through their mother and their father. But if their mother and their father, for whatever reason, be it the mother's fault, the father's fault, or both, whatever the reason may be, that child will develop stronger values and morals as an individual if they see people that are getting along and not fighting and bringing up the past and going on. Nobody is innocent. Nobody is fully guilty, but everybody is guilty. It's okay. You're living, you're learning, but if you continuously bring those things up, you're bringing it back into existence for that person who's trying to get away from it. You're not officially letting go of it, and you're continuously pounding that into that child's head. That becomes part of that child's memory, and later in life will affect how they feel about you. Where if you can hold your emotions together and understand the child is most important, you need to be mature about it. If you can't hold yourself together, I strongly suggest you do a little bit of distancing, some internal work, focus on yourself, and try to leave a lot of the things that have happened that have you all rattled. Leave them. It's the end of that. Just leave them. And in that, you want to focus on your child and your child's mental and physical health. If your child sees you focusing on their mental and physical health and their development, they will respect you. And that's what you want. You want your child's respect. And then they can desire to be like you. But regardless what you think of the other parent, if that child loves that parent and sees this parent treating that parent like a piece of shit, well, that child is not going to respect that other parent. Because they love this one, and this one's being an asshole. Male or female, doesn't matter. But with that said, oras na para magnilay, kailangan ko nang umalis.
Salamat sa iyong interes. Muli, kumain ng mabuti at manatiling positibo. Because it's important. Ingat!